Yeah, I wasn't expecting on doing a video now. I'm actually pretty tired. But I just heard from a good Facebook friend. He's a sweet man, young grandfather, very young grandfather in Ohio, Shelby, Ohio. And he just posted that he found out today that he had a female friend who's been missing for 7 years. The body was discovered today, and she was murdered by an ex-boyfriend. Fred Jr. was the ex-boyfriend's name. The murderer's name was Fred Jr. So, what does that tell you if a man is named Fred Jr.? It tells you that his father was in the picture. And this is just to rebut all the insane people who, it's generally white men, will come at me in comments saying that, the male violence problem in America is not due to the patriarchy and white male privilege. And they want to say that the violence in America is due to, men who are from single mothers. And I think the implication is, black men raised by black women. And I say, where are the fathers? The fathers abandoned their children. And again, this always puts, men off the hook. It's the mother's fault. But, this Fred Jr., and he's white, and he had a father because he's named after the father. And even more shocking, my Facebook friend said that he also knew a woman friend who was murdered by a serial killer. So what's happening in Ohio? But these stories are everywhere. These stories are everywhere. Male violence is rampant. Male violence towards women is rampant. And the other thing is that I saw another post on TikTok about mass shooters. They're overwhelmed. And people have done studies. You can do studies. And you just see the pictures. If you were to line up the mass shooters in America, they're all white men. They're all heterosexual white men. So this has nothing to do with transgender, ruining America. It has nothing to do with black crime. It has nothing to do with black single mothers. It has to do with the patriarchy and the violence inherent in the patriarchy that white heterosexual men, if they don't get everything their way, if they're not king babies, because they're told under patriarchy that they get everything they want. So these men spin out and commit crimes because of the patriarchy, because under the patriarchy, male violence is encouraged. Male dominance is encouraged. Violence as a means of getting your way and suppressing and silencing others is encouraged. And I even get crazy people in my comments. One guy said about the serial killers, like he was actually defending, mass shooters. He said, well, if people are pushed enough, they will snap and fight back. Like, he thinks that these white dudes, because women and blacks are getting more rights, like that's pushing them. Like, a woman knows right out of the gate she's not getting special treatment. And these crazy men think that women get all the special treatment because the playing field is being leveled. And they think this is such an affront that they literally can't handle it. And, they're killing their girlfriends, they're serial killers, and they're mass shooters. And the other thing, like this, sometimes women will take up the bandwagon for the white male supremacy. This insane stay-at-home mother was babbling away to me on TikTok yesterday, and about how great men are, how great her husband was, and he worked so much harder and braver than she ever could. And She actually said to me, and I've heard this from other nuts, they say women rape and kill too. Like they actually think that the amount of murder and rape that men do, that women are doing that, and people are so delusional. The problem in America is patriarchy and privileged white males. And everything's trickling down from that. Everything's trickling down. It's rotten at the root.